Hey there, Libra. Welcome to part 2 of your reading for the week of January 24th. Hold on one second. This is part 1 right here. It is linked up in the pinned comment down below, and we are going to clarify this right now here, Libra. So let's see. With that meerkat spirit, you have this bull which says sacrifice on it. There clearly could be a sacrifice coming in for you because of the Ten of Swords. The Ten of Swords says something is dead, done, over with. Not really a sacrifice, but kind of. And so I feel like you're probably releasing something. For some of you, it could be a past relationship. But right after the Ten of Swords, you have the Two of Cups. So, like I said, this is like a blessing in disguise because you have that wishbone. I said that in your first reading. You have that wishbone card, which says a wish granted on it. So there's clearly a wish coming in for you. With the Hierophant, you have the Queen of Cups. Queen of Cups asks you to kind of like nurture yourself in a lot of ways. It is a energy of like kind, caring, nurturing energy. She really takes care of herself. She really also takes care of anything that she loves. It could be anything. It could be a dog, a cat. It could be her emotions. Not only that, you have the King of Cups also showing up in this row. So, you have like divine counterparts here. Definitely could be new love coming in for you. With the Seven of Swords, you have the Chariot coming up. The Chariot is a card of a victory. Seven of Swords represents fears. It's like the fear of the unknown. And all three air signs have had something about the fear of the unknown. So I feel like you need to like take a risk and see what's on the other side of something. Be willing to leave a comfort zone. Be willing to go towards something new in your life. Be willing to, take that kind of risk. With the King of Cups, you have the Two of Wands. What do you know? Needing to leave a comfort zone. I'm pretty sure Gemini also had this card as well. This card, there's a village right down here, and it kind of represents leaving a comfort zone because he's about to leave a village. He's about to leave a place that he has always known to go somewhere else. He's about to experience something new. Again, the Ten of Swords kind of says that, you know how I always say, is the juice worth a squeeze? The Ten of Swords is almost like saying, you've gotten all the juice out of a situation. Now I feel like it's time to find something new where you can get some juice out of it, is what that's saying to me. With the retrograde card here, you have this square, semi-square quincunx card, which says tension. So you could be experiencing tension. What was the other card under the retrograde card? 8th house, mysteries. So you could be experiencing some tension at this time, which we see in this reading everywhere. Ten of Swords, Ten of Wands, definitely tension, right? But again, it's weird because it's like a good reading, but I feel like there could be some tension there. Let's look into this. With the Queen of Wands, you have the Five of Cups over loss. It's almost like you're afraid of letting go of just like an orange that's empty. Like I said, I feel like you've taken all the juice out of a situation and you could be fearing the loss. But look, it's like he's crying over something, spilt milk right here, or spilt wine really on the card. He's crying over these cups that have spilt because he's lost his taste for wine. But there's these new cups behind him. And there's also this bridge that leads to a castle. So it's like he doesn't just get the 2 cups. He gets a bridge and a castle on this card. So I feel like for some of you, it's like there's a much juicier situation somewhere else. And so don't be afraid to, let go of something that just isn't serving you any longer. With the Empress, you have the Four Wands card of freedom. Four Wands is a card of celebrations, freedom, marriage, happiness. Definitely could be marriage coming in for you, but it's probably going to come in from a new person after releasing an old person is what I'm feeling intuitively here for you, Libra. So it could be marriage. For those of you not interested in love, again, I feel like this is just a better situation coming in for you that has a whole lot more juice, right? Next, with the Sun, you have the Nine of Pentacles, card of success, card of abundance, and it's a card of pre-Empress energy. So I feel like there's a lot more abundance coming in for you with the Nine of Pentacles. The Nine of Pentacles is also a card of like a harvest as well, and you have the Sun. I love when I get the Sun with any of the harvest cards like the Empress or the Nine of Pentacles. To me, it kind of is saying that a situation is ripening. It's like the sun ripens fruit, right? And so in a lot of ways, whenever I get the Sun with like the Nine of Pentacles or the Sun with the Seven of Pentacles, to me that is a very good those are both very good combinations. It's kind of like saying your harvest is ripe. Your harvest is ready to be picked, ready to be juiced. Like I said, there is something new that has much more juice here, Libra. That's how I'm seeing this reading. Very simple. Next, We'll just take these two cards. I grabbed two cards, I guess. You have this vulture. It says depression, anxiety, worry that someone is against you. Then you have this carriage card. It says a journey, either physical or mental. Maybe some of you just need a vacation with this energy. I do feel like you could be, again, carrying the burden of a past situation with the vulture spirit. Again, this card says depression, anxiety, worry that someone is against you. So you could be worrying about someone else, past person. I would just let it go. And maybe it's time to move on with that carriage card. I'm going to pull one from this side as well. Yeah, you have this valley card. It says deep personal strength and peace that assures success. So clearly there is success coming in for you, even though there is also this heavy energy that exists here as well in this reading. Kind of like one of those readings. It's like two energies almost, like this heavy energy of needing to be careful what you wish for, like I said in the first reading, because it's like you could be releasing something that maybe it's like you want to release it, but you also don't at the same time. I gave the example of relationships. I've said in the past where, I've like let go. I've said to the universe, if this relationship isn't right, take it out of my life. Then it gets taken out of my life, like literally in like a day in some cases. And then I'm like upset that it was released. So, it's like I think we can kind of create conflicting energies, right? With the Ten of Swords, you have the Four Cups. Again, the juice isn't worth the squeeze. You're not getting what you want out of a situation. I know what this is now. Again, I feel like some of you are needing, it's like the universe is encouraging you to let go of a situation where you're just not manifesting what you want. He is disappointed with what he has manifested on this cup. That's why his arms are folded. So it's not really a card of disappointments, but guess what? You have the Five of Cups right here. Five of Cups is regret, sadness, disappointments. So I feel like you're disappointed about what you're getting out of a situation. And I feel like the universe is like saying, hey, there is something much better for you. Probably this last row, right? We're going to clarify it. I feel like that last row is something much more positive, much more fulfilling. Something that's going to just be much better for you in general. With the Page of Wands, you have the Seven of Wands. This is a card of commitment, in a lot of ways. The Seven of Wands is a card of conviction. It's a card of knowing that that you're going to be successful. This person has made up their mind on the Seven of Wands. They're protecting their position at the top of a hill, but they're really kind of like drawing a line in the sand. They're saying, no more am I going to tolerate, X, Y, and Z. So I kind of feel that with the Page of Wands, I get more of that feeling here where it's saying you're no longer willing to tolerate certain things. You're no longer willing to tolerate less, Empress is very empowered, right? It's like, Empress, she might have certain standards because she's the Empress. So it's like she has the standards because she is the standards. And I feel like you're no longer willing to tolerate less. With the Ten of Wands, you have the Moon. Again, all three air signs have had the Moon. It's been again, you have this mystery card in this second row, and it makes perfect sense to me. I feel that there could be just like a lot of mysteries going on for the air signs. And by mysteries, I just mean things are not clear. Moon. The Moon, I just said this to Aquarius. It's like there's a path straight down the middle on the Moon. The Moon doesn't say stop. The Moon says keep going, go down the journey, go on the path, even if you don't have the answers. The Moon kind of says don't stay stuck. It says don't stop, even though you might not understand the future. It says keep pushing forward. You also have the Moon in this last row here as well, this Moon card up at the top, and it says perception. So the Moon can represent how we choose to see things. Like I said with the King of Cups in your first reading. I was saying, I kind of felt intuitively, and I said this, go back and watch it, in the first reading, that King of Cups, I was kind of getting, it's how you're seeing things. Because I mostly said it because you have the sun right next to it. It's like he's choosing to focus on the sun. He's choosing to focus on things that bring him joy, happiness, abundance. He's choosing to ignore things that don't do that. With the Moon, you have the Pisces card. It says sensitize. Again, your emotions are going to be very important for you at this time. I feel if you're trying to manifest or create anything, you're going to have to feel it first. And I said this in your first reading as well. This definitely kind of confirms it for me that you're going to have to feel things before they happen. Some of you, Moon here, King of Cups, Queen of Cups, you could be attracting a Pisces into your life as well. Take it how it resonates. With the Two of Cups, you have the Hangman, Pisces. So, funny enough, you have the Hangman. The Hangman kind of says the juice was worth the squeeze, actually. He has sacrificed the use of his arms and his legs so he can gain enlightenment. But again, I feel like you've kind of wrung something out. It's like you've gotten all the juice you can out of a past situation. Now it's time to find a new pile of oranges or something that you're going to juice in the future because there's something else. There's more juice and something else here. With the Knight of Cups, you have the Sun, your happiness. Knight of Cups is, a knight in shining armor. The Sun is the best card on the deck. You have the Sun twice, damn. I mean, you really can't beat that. Again, even though you have this challenging energy here, it's like you have this really, really good Sun energy, and that's what I'd be focusing on. That definitely could be a knight in shining armor, by the way. I mean, the Sun, there is also a horse on the Sun card right here. Horses in the tarot represent assistance. They represent, people, places, or things or situations that are assisting us, that are moving us forward, that are helping us make progress in our life. So I feel like there is assistance coming in for you as well. I don't normally say that, but it's popping into my head. So I do get this element of kind of like help or assistance coming in for you when you need it. And I feel like it's a person. So, it could be a friend, a family member, something along those lines. I also feel like there's a lot more happiness coming in for you. With the Two of Swords, you have the Nine of Cups. I would say be careful what you wish for, but I also feel like there is a wish coming in for you here as well. It kind of like, I would best describe this reading as an in-between time, where it's like you're making a wish, something is being removed to make space for your wish, and you're just like waiting for the universe to fill in that space, right? That's kind of, I think, a very simple way to look at this complex reading. Although it's very simple, actually. I don't think it's complex at all. So it's like maybe you've made a sacrifice or something has been taken away from you or kind of removed from your life. But again, I feel like the important thing is it's making a lot of space for something much, much better. Let's get nosy. I just want to say, what are you making space for other than happiness here? Two Wands. You have the Two Wands twice, right? Did you have it somewhere else in here? Maybe not. I guess not. Oh, yeah. You have it with the King of Cups. So the Two of Wands is a card of going on a journey. You have this Carriage card in the Valley card in the Tea Leaf Oracle deck, whatever this is. And both of those cards represent going on a long journey to get something new. So clearly you're going on a journey to find success with the Two of Wands. Then you have the Temperance card, being patient. Again, right now I know exactly what this reading is. Like I said, it's just the in-between time between making a wish and getting the wish. It's like the universe had to take something out of your life so that you could manifest a wish. And then you have the Ace of Pentacles and the Knight of Pentacles. There's still some work to be done. The Knight of Pentacles, those fields are empty behind him. He needs to start planting in those fields, this way, so that he can be successful. Ace of Pentacles is the opportunity. Yeah, I like this reading. To me, this is a wish granted. I feel like the universe is saying, you made a wish, wish is granted, but you're just a little bit in between time before the fulfillment. So keep doing the work. What I would do here is act as if you already have the wish. Let's say you made a wish for new love, right? Let's say you were dealing with a bozo in the recent past. Now you're hoping for someone new who isn't a bozo. I would prepare for it. I would do things that people in relationships do. Make sure your room is clean. Make sure your house is clean if you're inviting people over, right? Unless you don't want to, that's fine. I'm not telling you what to do. I'm just giving you examples here, right? Make sure you're staying healthy. All the good stuff, right? Act as if. Do the things you would do in a relationship. Maintain the standard is what the Queen of Wands is saying. This is going to be very good for you. If you're trying to attract money, make sure you're acting as if you have money, even if you have to pretend, right? And I feel like the wish will be fulfilled. Love it. Looks good. It's like wish granted. So thank you for being here, Libra. Really appreciate it. Make sure to watch your Sun, Moon, and Rising for a full picture of what's going on for you at this time. But thank you, and definitely enjoy your week.